Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie's Cards. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a couple of little Christmas cards today. I'm trying to get a little bit ahead of my Christmas crafting, and so I thought I'd do some Christmas cards. So I am using some stamps today from Hello Bluebird. This is the Snow Play stamp set. I absolutely adore this one. I've had it for a while. It's been released a long time ago, I think, a few years perhaps. This is the Snowflake Trio stencil from Fawn, and then the stitched Slimline Trio dies from Heffy Doodle. So I have gone ahead and cut out my cardstock. This is some Gina cardstock, and I've used this kind of teal colour. I will list all of the products that I've used in the description box below. So I'll have all the names of the cardstock and the ink that I use down there if you're interested. I bought this cardstock quite a long time ago, and I've still got loads of it. It comes in, I think it came in a pack of 20, and I bought 3 colours at the time that I bought it. I bought this teal, I bought pink, which you'll see in a minute, and I bought a green as well. And I really like it, it's really lovely. But I just thought that I would do some stenciling. This is with my Fawn Yeti pigment ink. So it's a white pigment ink. And it shows up rather nicely on the cardstock. And I'm going a bit happy with my stencils lately. I'm really enjoying using them. I haven't done a lot of stenciling in the past, but I have discovered stencils and I'm kind of enjoying using them a lot now. But I just thought this kind of gave quite a nice little Christmassy background to my card. And obviously you can't see the full snowflake, but you can still get the idea of what it is that I've got stenciled on there. And I'm just using the 2 smaller snowflakes for my my card today, not the largest one. But I just thought that they kind of fit quite nicely. And I'm just kind of doing them at each corner and each junction where there's a kind of space and just trying to fit them in. I'm not doing any particular pattern or anything like that. I'm just kind of switching back and forth between the 2 smaller ones and just squeezing them on where I can, so that most of my kind of background gets filled with some part of the snowflake. And you can probably see it better when I lift it up. You can see it a little bit better there. So off screen I went ahead and I stamped my images. So I've used the 2 little deer that are in the stamp set, the little mouse holding the present, and then the 2 little birds. And I've stamped them out twice, and I'm just going in with my Copic markers. So for my deer I'm going to be using the E50 markers. So for the darker parts it's E55, E53 and E51. For the lighter parts of my deer, it's going to be E50 and E51. And then for the little hooves, it's going to be E57. So just doing my usual trick of laying in my darkest marker and then blending out towards the lightest. So I have a confession to make. Every year, I say that I'm going to get ahead with my Christmas crafting. I'm going to start early. I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have plenty of Christmas cards and tags and what have you made by Christmas time. And every year I fail miserably. So I have decided that I need to do something regularly. So once a month, I'm going to try and put together a set of Christmas cards or tags or something Christmassy on my channel. And I know there's a lot of other crafters that are doing this. I know Jen Shirkus is doing something like I can't remember what she calls it, Get Ahead for Christmas, I think it is, which is, I think it might be the first Tuesday of every month. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But she's doing something like that. I know Nicole Spohr is doing a year of Christmas where once a month she does something Christmassy. So I really thought I should do the same, and hopefully this year when my family come asking for Christmas cards, I can say, yeah, I've got plenty. Which one do you want? Because they always kind of just so disappointed in me. And they always say, oh, you've got so many Christmas stamps and you never have the Christmas cards. So this year when they ask, hopefully I can respond with, yeah, I've got loads. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens. So for some reason, I didn't press record when I was when I was colouring these other parts. But I have coloured all of my deer exactly the same. And what I'm going to do here with these two little birds and the mouse is going to be the same as what I did on the other side with the other one, but I'm just swapping my accent colours around. So where you can see I've done pinks for my first set, I'm going to be doing turquoises for my second set. So obviously I chose some markers based on the two colours of cardstock that I use. So I just took my Copic colouring chart and tried to match up to those colours as best I could. So I think for the pink ones, I want to say RV55 and RV53. And then for these kind of turquoises, it's BG13 and BG11. So I'm just literally switching out those colours. So my two little birds, I've got two pink and two going to be turquoise. The scarf on one deer was pink and on the other one it's going to be turquoise. And the present that the little mouse is holding, on one side it's pink with a turquoise bow, on the other one it's going to be turquoise with a pink bow. So I'm literally just swapping my colours around. It's quite a limited colour palette. I've used W0 and W1 for my mouse and the kind of eyes and beak of the little birds. And then it's just R20 for the blush and the little cheeks on the mouse. And then it's these turquoises and pinks. So very limited colour palette and quite soft, I suppose. But like I say, I kind of wanted to match it up to those, the cardstock that I chose. And I know these aren't traditional Christmas colours, they're not red and green, but I kind of like them. And I think that obviously these colours can be used any time of year, as can red and green, but I think that these kind of have a bit of a, frosty feel to them, if that makes sense. So that's kind of the look I've gone for. So there RV52 and RV55, I think that was. I will, as I say, list everything that I've used in the description below so you can check out exactly what colours. But I do love these pinks. I think they're quite nice. Going in with my white Sakura Jelly Roll pen, as always, just to add some little highlight details to my images. And once that's done, I will go ahead and fussy cut these off camera because I don't have the coordinating dies for these ones. I should say that this project was languishing on my desk for a long time. So every time I tried to sit down to get it done, something came up and I just couldn't get it finished. So I had the images done and cut out and I had the background sorted. I just didn't get a chance to finish it. So I was determined to get it done. So I took some white, this is Lawn Fawn 110-pound cardstock. I cut to 3.5 by 8.5 inches for the kind of slimline sized card base. And then I stamped images and sentiments from the stamp set inside the card. And I am literally gluing everything flat down onto the card base. I'm not using any foam tape. I'm not doing anything overly creative with this. It's just going to be a very flat card. And I did tour with the idea of doing a shaker card. I had lots of different ideas, but in the end, as I say, this was languishing on my desk for so long that I kind of just wanted to get it done. So I just went for the simplest option. And all I've done is I have the inset pieces I have swapped around. So for my pink background, I'm using the turquoise pieces in the center, and I have just stamped out a little sentiment in the one that goes in the middle. And I'm literally just gluing everything down flat, so nothing fancy. It will be good for posting, and I just think sometimes it's the simplest cards that are the best. So that's just what I went with. as I say, I kind of got to the point where they'd been sitting on my desk for so long that I just really wanted to get it finished. And luckily I found an hour today just to kind of tidy everything up and finish it all off. So everything was pretty easy peasy, really. The colouring was very simple. The background didn't take long at all, and everything assembled really, really well. And I think this is kind of a good option for a production line style card, really, because you just need to die cut the pieces and then it's all pretty much ready to go. I only did 2. I kind of wish I'd done more because, as I say, I want to stockpile. I want to have plenty of cards available to me when Christmas rolls around. So what I'm doing with my images, so the ones with the little pink accessories are going on the turquoise background card, and the ones with the turquoise accessories are going on the pink background card, just to mix things up a little bit, and obviously to make sure that those little bird images in particular pop off the background and don't kind of just get lost amongst the same colours. And that's pretty much it. It is very, very simple, very flat, very easy, but at least I've got some Christmas cards made. I'm quite happy about that. Let's hope I can continue. And as I say, if you wanted to make more like this, it would be quite easy to kind of get a bit of a production line going and get a whole set of these cards made. I think you probably can notice a little bit with my, when I did my stenciling, that I kind of smudged it slightly on one on the turquoise card, but I wasn't too worried about it. I thought about doing another one and then just decided against it. So so I just went with it. I did add some stickles just to the bottom of each of those trios of cutouts, just because it's a Christmas card and it's not a Christmas card without a little bit of glitter. And that is it, card done. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give me a thumbs up if you did. Please leave a comment and please do subscribe. I'd love to see you come back again.